Here's a question which is being discussed these days in Ethiopian and Eritrean government circles is a Tigray People Liberation Front planning a coup in Ethiopia and Eritrea? This question is under discussion in several government circles, and some actions of Ethiopian government do indicate that Ethiopian government fears that TPLF might be planning a coup in Ethiopia. Now, in order to have a look at this question, we need to first have a look at the mode of a likely coup. If TDF plans a coup in Eritrea or in Ethiopia, what would be the mode of this coup? TPLF and TDF are not in opposition to directly intervene militarily in Asmara or in Addis Ababa. It's my view. Viewers might not agree with me. Some viewers say that TDF can easily reach Addis Ababa and Asmara. I personally believe that Tigray Defense Forces, TPLF, are not in opposition to go for direct military action in Asmara or in Addis Ababa. Then what could be the likely mode of this coup? Over the past few days after Mekelle was taken by Tigray Defense Forces, we saw movement of civilians from Tigray in several directions out of Tigray. We have seen civilians moving out of Tigray towards Afar. We have seen civilians moving from Tigray into Amhara region. Eritrean government has confirmed that several thousand Eritrean refugees have entered Eritrea from Tigray. Ethiopian government is also confirming that thousands of civilians are on the move from Tigray towards other parts of Ethiopia. Now, we are hearing three types of opinions about the movement of these civilians from Tigray. Firstly, Ethiopian government and Eritrean government, they are claiming that these civilians are fleeing Tigray because of TPLF's revenge attacks. Eritrean government has issued an official statement. Yemene Gebremeskel, Information Minister of Eritrea, and Ethiopian government official, they are on record. They are saying that since TPLF is committing revenge killings, that is why people are fleeing Tigray. Second opinion is that TPLF is not committing any atrocities, but people are fleeing Tigray because people do not want to be caught up in another phase of fighting, because fighting in western Tigray is likely to gain pace in coming days. And secondly, people do not want to be under a siege. Humanitarian aid supplies have been blocked to Tigray. That is why common man, civilians, they want to leave Tigray. They want to move towards Eritrea, towards Amhara, towards Afar, but they want to leave this area because this is area of conflict. In coming days, there could be more problems for the people here. That is why people are fleeing. This is the second opinion. And third opinion, which is a very dangerous opinion, is that TPLF is planning a coup in Eritrea and in Ethiopia by infiltrating these civilians. That is why thousands of civilians are fleeing Tigray. They are being sent to Eritrea, to Amhara, to Addis Ababa. Now, it's a very dangerous opinion, viewers, because When we say that these civilians are being backed by TPLF, it means that Ethiopian government, Eritrean government, they can arrest these civilians, they can portray them as informers of TPLF, as fighters of TPLF, and these civilians could be target of atrocities. And we have seen views that Tigrayans have been arrested in several parts of Addis Ababa. Several sources have reported that Tigrayans have been a target of a campaign by Ethiopian government. Ethiopian security forces have launched a crackdown on Tigrayans. And one of the reasons behind this crackdown is this apprehension that these Tigrayans might be used by TPLF to overthrow the government in Addis Ababa. So speculations are going around that TPLF could be planning a coup in Eritrea and in Addis Ababa. Now the problem here is that even if TPLF is planning a coup, we won't have any solid information about that. No one is going to reveal such type of planning. And lastly, there are 70,000 Tigrayans in Sudan. After a statement of a TPLF official who talked to an international news outlet, Financial Times, in which he had said that 30,000 TDF fighters were waiting in Sudan to join the fight. After this statement of TPLF, now some Ethiopian government sources, Eritrean government sources say that these civilians who are leaving Tigray, they might be fighters of TDF who are being infiltrated in Eritrea and in Addis Ababa. The main problem here, viewers, is that this sort of narrative, this sort of opinion, if it is being held by Ethiopian government and Eritrean government, it will further expose the civilians to atrocities, to excesses by government security forces. TPLF has not officially said anything about planning a coup. But Debrasian, when he gave an interview to the New York Times a few days ago, he had said that TPLF would like a regime change in Eritrea, but TPLF would like the people of Eritrea to bring about this change. So TPLF is on record that it wants a regime change, but through the people of Eritrea, not through TDF fighters. I think before planning a coup in Eritrea or in Addis Ababa, the main concern for TPLF is opening of Tigray-Sudan border. Western Tigray is the prime concern for TPLF. According to my information, TDF and TPLF, they are focused on Western Tigray. They want to take control of Volkayet, Tagade and Humera. They know that it's very difficult for them to survive without having any link with the outside world. So they want their border to be with Sudan. Change of government in Ethiopia, in Eritrea, a coup, it could be part of TPLF's long-term strategy. I don't think in short term they would like to go for a regime change in Eritrea or a government change in Ethiopia. They would like first to focus on capturing of Volkayet, Humera and Tagade views. Let's see what happens. I think for watching.